The man was more than a head taller than she, and she was able to look directly over her, and he was able to look directly over her as he spoke to the warden. How long have you been in there? All night, as you can see by the way we're dressed. We snuck they snuck into my cabin while I was sleeping, stole my suitcase. I chased them, and they ran out here and fell into the lizard's nest. I don't know what they were thinking. That's not true, Stanley said. Stanley, as your attorney, I advise you not to say anything, said the woman, until you and I have a chance to talk in private. Stanley wondered why the warden lied about the suitcase. He wondered who it legally belonged to. That the one thing he wanted to ask his lawyer, if she really is his lawyer. It's a miracle they're still alive, said the tall man. Yes, it is, the warden agreed. There's just a trace of disappointment in her voice. And they better come out of this alive, Stanley's lawyer warned. This wouldn't have probably happened if you released them to me yesterday. It wouldn't have happened if he wasn't a thief, said the warden. I told him he would be set free today, and I guess he tried to take some of my valuables with him. He's been delirious for the last week. Why didn't you release him when she came to you yesterday? The tall man asked. She didn't have the proper authorization, said the warden. I have a court order. It's not authenticated, the warden said. Authenticated? It was signed by the judge who sentenced him. I needed authentication from the attorney general, said the warden. How do I know it's legitimate? The boys in my custody have proven themselves dangerous to society. I am supposed to turn them loose anytime someone hands me a piece of paper? Yes, said the woman, if it's a court order. Stanley had been hospitalized for a few days, said the warden. He's been suffering from hallucinations and delirium, ranting and raving. He was in no condition to leave. The fact that he was trying to steal from me on the day before his release proves Stanley tried to climb out of this hole, using mostly his arms, so not to disturb the lizards too much. As he pulled himself upward, the lizard moved downward, keeping out of the direct rays. The sun's direct rays. He swung his legs up and over, and last lizards dropped off. Thank God, exclaimed the warden. She started toward him, then stopped. The lizard crawled out of his pocket and down his leg. Stanley was overcome with a rush of dizziness and almost fell over. He steadied himself and reached down and took hold of Zero's arm and helped him slowly to his feet. Zero still held the suitcase. The lizard, which had been hiding under it, scurried quickly into a hole. Stanley and Zero staggered away. The warden rushed to them. She hugged Zero. Thank God you're alive, she said, as she tried to take the suitcase from him. He jerked it free. It belongs to Stanley, he said. Don't cause any more trouble, the warden warned. You stole it from my cabin. You've been caught red-handed. If I press charges, Stanley might have to return to prison. Now, I'm willing to, in view of all the circumstances, it's got his name on it, said Zero. Stanley's lawyer pushed past the tall man to have a look. See? Zero showed it. Stanley Yellens. Stanley looked at it too. There were big black letters. Was there in big black letters, Stanley Yellens. The tall man looked over the heads of the others and at the name on the suitcase. You say he stole it from your cabin? The warden stared in disbelief. It's impossible. She couldn't even say it.